Hey guys, I have a very special guest with us tonight. Miss Shelley, please. It is Women's History Month, so please tell us a bit about what you do,
I get paid for what I love, as they say. I have an opportunity to be a messenger. I've been working with WGVU Public Media for 21 years. I was actually in a whole different field 15 years before that. So your claimed major at the end of your academia may not be where you fall, but you fall in love with your passion. I host a 2-hour radio show from 9 to 11, Monday through Friday. I also have 2 or 3 television local programs as well, so my dogs do not see me. But it's an opportunity to share messages of the good, occasionally a challenging message, but mostly what's happening in this wonderful community and whose stories need to be told.
Awesome. Do you feel like you feel any kind of discrimination in the workplace for being women in this field?
I'll say right away, no. Life is always, not a Pollyanna, but you become confident in who you are and what you are and what you say. And so I stand strong in my beliefs. I would rarely ever give my own personal opinions in the journalism field. I am fairly solo in my work with the exception of the great production team. But have I ever felt slighted or misused? No.
Do you feel that the sort of broadcast field is male-dominated?
Much less than it was if you look back in the 70s, and it was still making news that there is a woman at the anchor desk. I do pay attention to whose voices and faces we do see out there. I think behind the scenes we're still limited in those who are directing and or producing. That may even be more so in the film world. But I think as we do look to see who's behind the desks, women are making their way. Obviously, there have been some challenges, even in the last 10 years, that has been making news. But I think the equal voices are on their way.
So tell us, what's a normal day look like to you in the studio?
Wonderful. It depends. There is always a 9 to 11 radio show, so I have to be responsible for filling airtime, and that doesn't mean spinning records. So my normal day is getting to the office 6:15, so sleep is important. I then put together my puzzle. Who's going to be on? Usually between 6 to 8 10-minute interviews. I send a rundown out to the staff. I prepare myself with my own talking points. I gather my prep work, and then at 9:04 it's showtime. The work is done. This is a job for one who must plan ahead. After the show, I take a sigh of relief in a good way, and then it's either a couple of taped interviews. I'm on many boards and communities, community events, so there's usually a noon event, which, in 5 minutes I'll be attending. And then I'll either prepare for tomorrow, or I'll take that hour and a half for myself. I'm a triathlete, so I will train, and then usually I'm back on somehow preparing for tomorrow, whether it's checking email all the time or even on the treadmill. My health is important, so I don't skip meals. Prepare for the next day, and then I'm back at it. Television taping occurs probably a couple times a month as well, but you're somewhat always on.
Definitely. So, for aspiring interview superstars like myself,
you have to have confidence.
Yeah. Definitely. What's some advice?
I'm going to say yes. Some may say don't say yes all the time, but if someone gives you an opportunity, consider it a compliment and say yes. To bust your bubble a little bit, you may not be the star your first job. Yeah. I paid my dues for 2.5 years. When the host held his coffee cup up, I poured coffee into the cup and got the muffins at 11 o'clock. It was a big station, so I respected that. but there was no way that I was going to be the star at my first job. You have to work hard. You have to show up on time. You have to dress for success. Keep the bow tie. You have to like what you do. And you can't fake it till you make it. And it's got to be your life. I mean, obviously, you can be a triathlete, you can be a family kind of a person, but you have to love your job.
Well, thank you so much. Where can we find you if we want to contact you?
Google. No, you know what? WGVUnews.org is where we have our flagship information. It's important that we have bios and you know who that we are, and also a good way to know our programming.
Awesome. Thanks so much.